So hey everyone, thanks so much to those of you that are here live and to the many of you that are watching this recorded. I have been working for the last few weeks on branding, and the theme of this week's call is really connecting, and that's through social media, which, I have no problems connecting in person with people, and I think, there's quite a few of us on the team that do really well talking to people. Part of what we have as a gift is being curious and interested in people, and it shows when we're in person. We can ask a ton of questions, make a connection with somebody, build trust really quickly, and get their information, and it doesn't feel or sound creepy. And then we're stuck in the follow-up mode, which the onus is on us to do that. And some of us do it well, others of it do it, haphazardly, I'd say. And that's where we can focus on getting better. Now, for those of us like myself, when we want to switch to social media for the connection, I'm learning that there are many things that you can do to provide information, because it's all outward facing that you have to do. And the onus is on you to really do some emotional type writing to have others see themselves in you and want to connect with you. And then they come to you. So if you can share in a way that allows others to put themselves in your shoes, or not even in the exact scenario, but to relate to the feelings that you have, maybe their own scenario, but to go, oh, I felt like that before, and see how you have worked through that, or that you are working through that. That allows people, it gives them permission to interact with you, to relate to you, to follow you. And then the key there is that you have to put out calls to action. So when you put out a call to action, whether it's asking them to message you if they've had the same circumstances, if they've ever felt like that, inviting them to join a group where you work on whatever emotion or situation it is that you're working through. So we're going to go through some of those scenarios and talk about some of those situations on how you can do that better. Like I said, there's quite a few of us that have no problem at all connecting with people in person. But it's this online being that we know what we want, we know what we're doing, and we're putting it out there, but we're being more salespeople, which is fine. There are a lot of people that just want to buy the program and to get coaching, right? To have you be their accountability partner, and we can do that. But what I've seen with really successful coaches is the ability to connect with people emotionally in some, and I say that, and it's not like an emotional connection, but it's this connection on another level, not just, oh yeah, you're my Beachbody coach. It's like, oh, you're going through that and I can relate to that. We have this, or you're going through your stuff and I'm going through my stuff. We have this common connection that we're fighters and we're fighting through this. So sometimes what I've noticed is that, and I've only been doing this for a short period of time, in working on this and having to figure out what stuff you can share and what your purpose is and what your message is and what your stuff is, it's uncomfortable. Sometimes I don't want to share that I don't like to work out, right? I'm a fitness coach. I'm a health coach. I don't want to share that I eat crap and don't want to work out. But honestly, that's what makes me real. And I have dozens of people out there that tell me, that's why I want you. That's why I want to be with you. That's why I want you to coach, because you get it. They aren't looking for my friends that are fitness competitors, or the ones that have the professional, every picture they have is a professional picture and a headshot. I have many friends that in those communities, I have friends that are fitness instructors, that are competition bikini competitors, they come to me because they're like, you're real, you get it. You have 4 kids, your life is not perfect, you're crazy, and you're managing to get by, and I want some of that. So I think, for me, let me back up a little bit. I've been in some training where I'm learning and watching other people, right? So I'm 47. There are many, many coaches that are 27. And I can be their mom, right? And their moms are my age, some of them. And I can't let that stop me, because there are a ton of people out there that relate to me, okay? They're having success because they don't have whatever fears, or they've done this, or they grew up on social media and it's comfortable for them. But for me, very uncomfortable putting everything out there. Sharing my struggles is not something that I am comfortable with. I think a lot of people aren't, but it seems to be that these people that can open up can really make an impact. Because what it is what you're doing when you are sharing that struggle, you're giving other people permission to talk to you about your struggle or about their struggle. Usually it's about their struggle. They don't really care much about yours. They just say, oh, okay, she's not perfect then. Okay, I can talk to her about this, or she gets this, or, oh, okay, it's not just me that's going through this. But there's a term for what you put out there when you share on, and like when you can write, like emotional writing, they call it, I guess, this emotional connection that you get with people when you write. And they're called identification factors. Okay, so, and that's a science term, but basically it's being relatable. So when you share that, like for me this morning, drop off the kids, I have an hour before this call. I get home and I have literally 59 minutes until this call started. I just dilly-dallied for 15 minutes, posting, hey, the call's going to start. Don't forget, here's the links, empowering everybody, making sure that people know how to show up so that I'm not sitting here by myself, which I was going to do anyway. I was going to record this call by myself because that's, I'm sticking to my plan. But I could have very easily just said, oh, there's only 45 minutes. My workout's 40 minutes. I'm not going to have time. So I dilly-dallied another 10 minutes, and now I only had 39 minutes to do my 43-minute workout. And I was like, oh, that's not going to really work. So I pushed play anyway. I did the first half of my workout. I stopped. I got water. I sat down. I collected my thoughts, and I'm here. And I'll do the second half of my workout after the call. Now, I still have the rest of my day booked. I can't dilly-dally. And I'm learning that dilly-dallying is not doing me any good, right? Like, it doesn't serve me in any way to be on Facebook for 10 minutes before I can go do my workout and feel good about myself. And Autumn said something today in the workout that hit home. She said, it's hard to be unhappy with yourself. It's hard to be unfit and unhealthy. And it's hard to do your workout. So which kind of hard do you want? I mean, that hit home with me. She's like, okay, your workouts are hard. They're not easy, and no one's going to argue that with you. They're only 45 minutes or an hour of your day, maybe 30 minutes, 22 minutes of your day. So really, it's not that hard. Eating for me is all day better, is harder than working out. But pushing play, getting started is hard. But feeling yucky about myself is harder. I beat myself up constantly over the fact that I'm not where I want to be. Well, if I did what I needed to do, I would be where I wanted to be. So I think that you just need to take that into perspective and share some of that. Like for me, sharing that struggle, so many people can relate to that. Well, that's not true. There's 20% of the people probably out there that love to work out. Okay? Other 80% of the people feel good when they're done, and some of them have gotten into the routine and they do it. But there's a good maybe 50% of them that it's hard and they don't do it because it's so much more fun to be on Facebook and do the laundry and clean the house and go shopping and meet their friends and run errands and volunteer and do anything other than the things that they need to do for themselves. But it's okay. I'm going to give people permission to do those things, but then just not to bitch about where they are for their health perspective. So I feel like, that's part of my story is, yes, I'm a health coach. Yes, I'm a fitness coach. I've found fitness, and I know I feel good when I do it, but it's a daily struggle for me to work out. And it's a struggle in my head. Because I like it. I like how I feel. I like how I look. I like how it helps my health. But then why don't I do it every day? Why don't I make it a priority? Why don't I wake up at 5 in the morning and do it? Can't answer that question, right? If I did, then... But, so you get kind of what I'm saying, right? You want to be relatable. You want to share things with people that make them go, oh, I want that. I have that. How can I get that? So other things, things that Beachbody brings or maybe Beachbody doesn't bring, but it's part of who you are, your lifestyle, things that you do. So other identification factors can be, for me, meal planning, what we're going to eat as a family, struggling with feeding 6 people who like totally different things. Their age ranges from 6 to 47. They have different tastes. They have different preferences. One wants to eat mac and cheese all day and cookies, and one, wants to eat salads and chicken. So how do you balance that, right? That's a common identification point. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, I have that same issue. What is she doing? Let me watch. Let me see. And so you have to weave these things, these themes, which you can figure out what your themes are, new drivers, right? We have a kid that has getting his permit. So we're going to have to buy cars. We're going to have another insurance added to our family. We're going to be looking at colleges in a few years. All these things are things that people around me are going through. They just want somebody to talk to know that they're not alone, right? I mean, I have a kindergartner and a freshman. Think about my mindset and how it has to shift from day to day. We had, freak out on day of school one day and then girlfriend dumping son the next day. And so we had this like, whoa, I went from crazy kindergarten mom to so sad, high school mom. So I think, those might not be things that I want to put out there and say, oh my gosh, my daughter could have anxiety, or oh my gosh, my son was just dumped by his girlfriend. But I think you can temper those messages, and you can still say like, hey, here's some of the things that I go through, or that this happened today. And what you're doing is you're being relatable is the most, I can dumb it down to that. Like, you're being relatable. So showing your workouts, but sharing why you work out, okay? So you're doing this because in my family, we have a very strong history of diabetes. On my mother's side, her father passed away in his 50s. 2 of his brothers passed away in their 50s from heart attacks. Her brother, my mom's brother, was diagnosed with diabetes when he was in his mid-50s. He did have a heart attack. He is alive. He's been fighting it, but he struggles big time. Some of it's weight-related as well. And he's gone back and forth with being out of shape, unhealthy, in shape, back out, and he's mostly out. But it's a struggle, and she knows it, and she's working to defy it, and she's done a great job, and Shakeology has helped, and she's in the best shape she's ever been in, and she's kept it for like the last 4 years, which is amazing. But to me, knowing that I have the control, I have the same genes, I have the same tendencies, and I have to take that control. So for me, that's part of why I want to work out and eat right. Plus, I am a mother of 4 and an influencer to 4 people who watch my behaviors. And that to me is big. So if they see, even if my eating isn't spot on, which doesn't have to be, right? I mean, I want to be real. They know that what's healthy and what's not healthy. Even if we're eating the unhealthy, we can say, well, this isn't the healthiest thing, but of course we're going to have this. This is fine. We're not going to do this every day. But teaching and learning myself and sharing that is important to me with my children and with other women who I can influence, because I didn't know the things that I know now 10 years ago. And knowing that, that's huge. Like, I met up with this is a really funny story. Met up with 2 moms they have first graders, I think, the kids that dance with Molly at her dance studio. Well, maybe one's in kindergarten, one's in first grade. But these 2 little girls, and their moms are awesome. Just great ladies. And we went to lunch or dinner, and I was watching how one of them ordered. And right before I said, someone was going to have chips, and it was Passover, so I wasn't going to have chips. I was going to say, can we get some cucumbers? Out comes her mouth. She has gluten allergies, or intolerance. So she asked, can we get some cucumbers? And it was so funny. The things that she asked for and the way she ordered, I was like, that's her lifestyle. And she looks the way she looks because she does those things. And I do them, 80%, 70% of the time. But they were the exact statements that I would be making, the things that she ordered. I was like, devastated. Obviously, we grew. But she's known these things, and she looks the way she looks because of that. She takes good care of herself, is I guess what I'm saying. But you can connect with people. So that was an in-person connection, and I was like, oh my gosh. And with us, I was just sharing my lifestyle, things that I do. Over the last year, we've gotten to know each other. And she sent me a message this morning. She did ask me at dinner, like, what is it that you do as a coach? It sounds really interesting. She's a fitness instructor. She is not currently teaching, but she's taught Zumba, and it really, she loves it. And I can just tell she's like a giver. She works in, social work type community, and it's just, she's perfect for what we do. And she messaged me today, and she's like, I'm going to send you my resume. Can you look it over? I think I want to do what you do. And I want to talk about joining you and joining forces with you. And I'm like, oh my God, no one's ever even sent me their resume before. I mean, obviously, I know she's a fit, but like, it's still, people don't know. But the point of part of this is, what I'm saying is that I didn't push my lifestyle or my business on anybody. I mean, I think that you can definitely be more aggressive with sharing it. I mean, not even aggressive, but invite people and really share better than I do. But I think that the common theme here is you need to live a lifestyle that invites people to want to know, man, what is it that she does? She's traveling, she's with her kids. I'm sitting here going to work, and I have to get a nanny, and she's picking her kids up from school, and she's healthy, and what's this thing, this Beachbody? She's going on this trip, and why is she so happy? And who are these women that she's working with? I mean, just by sharing what you do and who you are, I think people get curious. So some of it, when you're on social media, you have to do a good job at this emotional type connection with people. So emotional writing, it can't just be, here's what I'm eating, here's my workout, join my challenge group, here's what I'm eating, look at these great transformations, join my challenge group, this program's on sale. I mean, there will be people that works with, I promise you. But I feel like if you really want to have people coming to you, you have to be sharing something that's bigger. You know, you got to get the things that you're passionate about out there, like why you even like coaching. Like I thought about it the other day. If coaching went away, let's just say like, oh my God, Beachbody's gone. Beachbody coaching's gone. They decided no more coaching. We're just going to sell through the stores now. Whatever. I mean, they're never going to do that. But let's just say like I would have a hole in my life that is so big, not just financially, because that would be big too. But I am filled up by this. I'm filled up by doing this. And even though I don't do it every day, all day anymore, it's what I love. It's what I want to do as my job. And so sharing that and sharing, like today I was just overwhelmed with gratitude that I have this life, that I am able to do this. Like, and so I don't know, I shared that video again. I'm not the best at this, but I'm starting to try and be better. There's a couple of people that are really, really amazing at this emotional writing, and I'm just following and kind of watching, even though I don't think I could emulate that. And I don't think that my target customer or coach, so my market, my niche, my avatar, whatever we want to call this group that needs to be coming to me, I don't think that they will relate to that as well. But the person I want you to follow, you don't have to like, just follow her, like periodically go check on her. It's Regina Linford. She's a Superstar Diamond, one of the top coaches in Beachbody. She posted yesterday her Beachbody degree. And I was like, oh my God, how cute is that? You know, she didn't get a college degree. She dropped out a few times, and she's like 4 years in Beachbody, and I've earned, she say it like this, but she's earned $1.9 million. She's worked her tail off, but she feels accomplished. And I was like, oh my God, like this is an emotional connection. People, what she wrote, like when you read through it, you're like, okay, you can connect on the point that you've never been successful in a school environment. She's posted how she had mental illness, how she's had to overcome fears and anxiety and depression. I mean, all these little identification factors were thrown into her post. Obviously now it's intentional, but I don't think that she ever, I don't know how I don't feel like she wrote it to do that. Like she just was stating like, it was a share. She was sharing in this post, but it's very well done. Like I don't think I'm sure she's intentional about a lot of the things she does, but it's real. You have to be real and vulnerable. And the way she said it, it wasn't bragging about, oh, I've made this much money in 4 years with Beachbody, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, that was oh yeah, and by the way, this is scary to say, but this is true. Like you have to be able to also show people it can be done. So she does a really good job of saying like, hey, you might be in this category too. Look what I did, you can do it too. Okay? So kind of get some examples from her. I mean, you can follow me. I just am so starting out. Someone on our team who just posted something that was so amazing. I shared it in the Trendsetter groups, is Diana Keeler. And I'm just going to share with you what it is, but she's packing to go on Move. They bought their first home, and she found her first Beachbody paycheck with a pay stub for $37. She started coaching 3 years ago, I think she said, and pretty emotional. She started crying, and she's not like a super wear my emotions on my sleeve kind of gal. So this was even better, I'd say, because when you know her, you're like, this is like really like she's like overwhelmed with gratitude here. But they're paying for their home, their first home ever. They've lived in other places, but they never owned a home. Her Beachbody income is paying for the mortgage for that. So that's huge. And she's passionate about helping people, and this is what it's done for her. So I feel like when you can find, and she's going to be able to share things about that because they're moving right now. So she's packing and moving daily. As she moves in, it doesn't need to be the same type of post, but just how she's feeling moving into this home. And then every once in a while, she can reference the fact that she's able to pay for it. But I mean, the people that are following her are going to be watching her going, I've never owned a home before. And she has a job, and she doesn't have to go to the She's a stylist, a hairstylist. She doesn't have to work anymore in that field. She doesn't have to go and do that every day, be away from her kids. She has 2 little girls and an older girl, but she's home with her 2 little girls. And her other one is, I think, a teenager, or close to maybe 11 or 12. But basically, it's just really cool that people can then start to relate and be like, okay, she did it, I can do it too. And that's what you want. And if you don't have a story yet, it's okay. If you're not the top place where you want to be, just remember nobody is. Right? I have great accolades about what I've done, but I'm not done. And I can say, oh, but I'm not Hillary Keller. Oh, but I'm not Monica Ward. And like, they're just setting the stage for what can be done. Right? They're showing you you can work hard and be consistent and never give up. And be that tortoise. I don't care if you're the top coach in 2-3 years or if you're the top coach in 19 years. It takes you 19 years to get there. If you're consistent, you will reach your goal. You might not reach it faster than the next person who started and ran like the hare, but if you're consistent, you're going to get to where you want to go. And that, I think, is the most important thing. And that's when I look back to my journey in Beachbody, I started thinking about it. I'm like, gosh, Brigitte did that in 4 years. It's taken me like 9. And I'm like, my first 3 years in Beachbody, did I really work? I know when Brigitte came in, she had already done the program, she already had results, and she was on an income mission, right? And she worked her tail off. And I know the hours she worked. She woke up in the middle of the night, basically worked until her kids woke up, and then worked 2 more times during the day before they went to bed at night. And they went to bed, and she worked and slept and woke up. I mean, it was pretty hardcore. So everyone has a different pace. And I'm thinking, okay, so if I really identify when I really started pushing, like getting it and working towards a goal, it was probably in 2010. And so that was 6 years ago. I'm like, pretty good. Again, people can do it in 3. You know, it's not about the time. It's about never giving up. And I think that from what I've seen, the people that jump ship and jump companies, they have it all here. They might have it all somewhere else too. There's a lot of companies you can earn money at. It's being consistent with the vital behaviors. And I get it that we beat those things up all the time. But honestly, if you use the products and share your journey, you can be relatable and invite people to join your opportunity and your fitness challenges. Recognize the people that do and their results, and your team and their results. And that's, I mean, you just have to keep doing that. That is it. If you aren't adding to your team, you know, that's when I've seen my business kind of not stall, but not grow, right? So it's sort of, we listen to, I forget his name, Primerica, the guy who used to be the leader, maybe the president, CEO, I don't know what his role was, but at Primerica, he wrote a book, which of course I have, I don't know where. But he talks about if you're not moving forward, then you are moving backwards. There's no steady state in life, in this business, anywhere. We all kind of think, you can coast for a while, don't get me wrong. But if you're not bettering yourself, then you're not just staying the same. You're kind of getting worse. Same thing with your fitness. If you're not making better choices, your health might be degrading. Like, I just realized at that point that, yeah, I didn't want to push and add 100 people to my team every year. I did that, in 2010. I think I added 100 coaches. And that's a coach a week. No, 2 coaches a week on average. There was 1 week where I added 6 coaches in 7 days. Then I know that because it was, I want to say it wasn't a game, but it was my mission to just invite. And I couldn't handle that. Like, the system that I had in place didn't work. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'll take 100 coaches in my business any day, but I decided that backing down and being more quality-based than quantity-based was going to be better. And it was for me. I could work with the people. But the best thing to do is to enroll and to qualify people who need your time. Because you can't work with 100 people. There are coaches, Melanie Mitchell signed 330 coaches last year. More than that, but like 332 or something. And she had 30 diamonds. Because kind of a ratio, right? It's all a numbers game. So I'm saying, in this business, you never stop. That's the one thing, is we always have to be helping people. And yeah, you can tone it down and help, 10 people a month for a while. And if that's too much, help 3 people a month. But don't stop helping people and go, I'll get back to it in 3 months or 6 months or a year. You can. Just don't expect your business to be in the same place. So for me, I think I was kind of expecting that things would still be exactly the same. And, I changed from enrolling 100 to enrolling 30 to enrolling 12. And I'm like, okay, this really isn't working. I need to be consistent. I need to add 3 to 5 people to my team every month. And that's hard. That means you have to connect with a lot of people. And so I've decided that I need to branch out. For me, that's why we're doing, I'm sharing with you my journey in social media. I am just getting started. I have a like page. I changed the name on my like page. It used to be called I'm More Than a Mom. It wasn't Lee Ratterman identifiable. So I call it now Lee Ratterman. It's a public figure. I'm working on the cover page, the cover photo that gives more of a, public figure type presence. So it'll have a new headshot of me in the headshot section. And then on the banner, it will be me and my family, maybe a little business, like as an inspirational or motivational coach in some kind of a fitness related. So it kind of will show you that who I am and what I do. And then something that I've watched a lot of people do, because if you're really targeting people to like your page, they have to be able to quickly see who you are, like your brand, and then learn about you. So if on the cover, when they hover over it or they click it, if you give your bio right there, you can give some paragraphs. Because remember, this is like your first impression is the picture. They have to go, oh, yeah, okay, I like what she's got here. This is cool. It has to be clean. Semi-professional doesn't have to be professional. It has to look professional. So you don't have to pay a ton of money, but have someone help you with it, or if you're good at graphics, you can do it. And then make sure to write up your story and have a call to action. If you are looking, this is what I do, and if you are looking to work with me, message me. Or if you want to talk about whether I can help you, if I can help you, message me. So then you put your email in there or a link, a form that they can fill out. If you want to, maybe you're targeting people to join your team. If you want to join my team and be a part of what I do, fill out this form. Or click here for more info, and then you have something that's actionable that they can do. And the reason that is that you only have a very short amount of time with this person until they wander off on the internet. So you want to say, okay, yeah, you're interested in what I'm doing and you want to work with me? Great, let's connect. So those are the things that I've learned so far. I'm in the process of doing that. I'm taking a training course where I'm going to be learning more about Facebook ads, and I will share. I won't be able to share every single thing that I learned through that training, obviously, hours and hours and hours of my time. But I will share what I'm doing so that you guys have the advantage of knowing, like, okay, yeah, I'm placing ads. I'm trying to, optimize the ads so that I pick the best ads that run at the cheapest prices. And it's not just a boost on a post. I have heard from these people that run trainings, from Shalene, from this Jesse Reagan training that I'm in, and from several other people, that boosting a post, which I have done and even did the other day just kind of see what it would do for traction. It's kind of like flushing the money down the toilet. So if you are going to pay for ads, don't do boosts right now. It's better to do like a sponsored post where you use Facebook, and then the post will run kind of on people's news feed or in the sidebar. And again, I haven't even gotten into the ad section, so I can't really advise you yet. I just know that Amber Scott, 3 or 4 years ago, was telling me that you just need to have this ad running and just like pay-per-click and get the clicks down to like 8 cents, 9 cents, and kind of go with that. So you're just paying for the clicks, and eventually some of the people will like you. Now, the training that I'm doing now really wants you to target the market. Facebook has a ton of demographics that you can work on, like the target age group. And so for me, and I'll just share this because it's totally changing, I was a mom of a preschooler for the last 12 years, okay? I have a 6-year-old and I have a 15-and-a-half-year-old. So since 13 and a half years ago, my firstborn went preschool. And then up until last year, I was a preschool mom. That was like, I was known as a mom in the preschool, okay? That wasn't my identity, but I was always there. So I was always meeting new moms. There were new babies, there were new people. Every year there were 50 or 60 new people, plus all the people I didn't know, and people were introducing me to people, and it's a very tight network. And so that was great for me in my business. I didn't have to I still network with people, but it wasn't as hard. And so people can find that type of community in anything. I'm not saying you have to be a preschool mom. You could be in Bible study. You could be a volunteer at a food bank. You could be a swim coach, a track coach. You could volunteer in kids' classrooms and meet kids and their families at pickup. I mean, it could be anywhere you are. You could have a job that allows you to talk to people. I mean, it's just basically connecting with people in person. So, but that changed for me when my daughter went to kindergarten. I was no longer in that place. I think I could still meet people if I was there because it's a community center and there's still people around. But I noticed that I don't have that ability to like have people see me as a peer anymore in the preschool. That was a harsh reality. I knew it was coming, but now all of a sudden, okay, I can't even like feel like I can target those people because yes, I have a story that they can relate to. And maybe from a health coach perspective, I can coach them because they are my target market because that's where I started. I was a mom of a newborn. I was tired. I was overweight. I was semi-depressed, borderline, maybe we'll call it. I was just out of shape, overweight, feeling kind of blah, wanting to sleep on my baby's bed. That's like, in a nutshell, where I was when I started Power 90. And completely changed that in 4 months. High energy, fittest I've ever been, changed some eating habits, lost 21 pounds. I was like, this is hallelujah, right? I want to tell everybody about this. And so that part of me is still there, and that's very relatable to a new mom. It's just, I feel like I'm like mom of teenager, mom of driver now. And the people that I feel more connectable to, because the new moms are probably in their low to mid 30s. Maybe they're 30. They're just having babies. I mean, they can be way younger, but let's just say they're 30 to 30. Let's say they're 30. I'm 47. So we don't see everything eye to eye. So the moms of the 16-year-olds kind of see more eye to eye with. But some of them have 18 and 20-year-olds. They're basically starting to become empty nesters. So although that's not my scenario, if I can shift my mindset into what do those people need and think I can relate better to them. So that's my target market, is kind of focusing and shifting into that mom of a teen who might be soon to be leaving the house, and then what do I do? Like, or moms of kids who are all in school now, right? Because my youngest in school. So I have to think about what those people think and do. So my challenge to everyone here watching this is, who do you want to connect with? Who are you most easily connecting to? It might not even be a mom. I mean, is it a working parent? Is it a single entrepreneur? Is it, it can be anything. That's what's great about this business, is anyone can be successful at it. Obviously, I'm looking for somebody like me. I've been in corporate America before. I'm a go-getter, an overachiever, and I didn't have a job, right? So you put me in a job scenario, I'm like, I'm going to win. I'm going to go. So I want to look for somebody who has that motivation to win and go and do. And I want to guide them and mentor them and say, hey, you want to do this? Let's do this. Yeah, okay, first step. Second step. Let's help some people. Where's your list, right? I want people that are coming to me, which I think we all want. But everyone has a different kind of person. So let me stop talking for a minute and let's open the floor for some questions, because that's why you guys show up. So you guys, I can help you. So Deborah or Amanda or Andy, do you guys have anything that you want to share? Question. Oh, you're muted, Amanda.
Unmute.
Okay, got it. Go ahead.
Okay, who are you using for your cover photo design?
Trish Morfitt.
Okay, she's on our team and she does, okay.
I haven't gotten it back yet. I submitted her some stuff and some pictures. And basically it should have pictures of you on it. I mean, I did a survey. I shared it in last week's newsletter, like the little about this call. It was a link to go get your brand done, like just do a test. And it gave me some colors and some ideas of who I was. I sent that to her. Like if you don't have anything, start there. It has to just be something that jives with you. You're looking at it. There are people on our team that have used other people, and you can just say, hey, I like your cover. Did you do it? Can I pay you to do mine? Or who did yours? And can I get her name? A lot of people are using a website called Fiverr, Fiverr.
Yeah. I'm in Jesse's training, and I have to be like, I'm not past module 2 yet, because I'm just like, I don't have professional photos. Like, I'm a mom. Here I am,
And you know what? Your market might not relate to professional photos. They might just take a nice picture. Start. This is what I'm getting out of the training too, is you got to just start.
Right.
I did the training last time and I didn't do anything. I just went, too much, turn it off, done, walk away. Don't do that. Don't be like me. So this time I'm doing it step by step, trying to be accountable to someone else in the group. We're both trying to talk together, like, okay, let's do this together. And I'm making better progress. So yeah,
Okay. No, I'll reach out to her. I just need to stop getting ready to get ready. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean. Just do it. Exactly. And you know what? You can change it. It's not like Facebook's only going to let you have one cover and you have to wait.
I know.
Tomorrow. So, and if you look at my cover, I loved it 3 years ago on my like page. It was thebomb.com. And I look at it now and I'm like, it's 3 years old, but I haven't changed it. It needs to be updated. And go out and look at some of the top coaches or even the people in the group and say, I really like this. I really like this. And then what about it do you like? Because that'll help if you hire somebody. That will help tremendously because they don't know what style you are. You need to kind of figure out that.
Thank you.
Of course. Deborah, what are you thinking?
I just enjoy hearing your stories of how you're connecting with people. I love talking to people too. So I just like hearing other people's experiences of, connecting.
Do you have a hard time writing or is it easy for you to write?
To what? To write?
To write, like to share things about you and your day to day.
I post pretty regularly. I post pretty much daily on Instagram, which is linked to my Facebook.
Yeah.
Whether it's with my workout or my kids. So for business purposes, I don't have a problem writing or sharing. I don't care what I look like. I'll post a picture. It doesn't matter. I learned this a long time ago when I started doing videos. That people don't care what you look like. All they care about is your message. So I think a lot of people are, some of my coaches too, they're hung up on doing videos because they're afraid that they don't look perfect or whatever. And I say, people don't really care what you look like. It's the message that you deliver. So, you
can't change who you are and what you look like, right? Like I can try and always have my hair curled and makeup on when I'm posting, but that there's a certain facade to who I really am. If I did my hair and makeup every day, then every day when I do a video or a picture, it's going to look like that. So
but that's not you, and nobody wants to see that every day. Nobody wants to see everybody's perfect life. Nobody's life is perfect, and if you're putting it out there, it's not real. So, yeah.
In fact, we listened to a coach share her, one of the guys that Jesse hired does an interview process to help you kind of figure out, well, who are your target markets? What is your struggle? What have you been dealing with? Why did you become a coach? What are you passionate about, right? So kind of like asking some questions and letting people talk. Well, one girl, so negative and so bitter. I'm like, but then she would get on and she'd be all happy and record her videos. And she's like, I'm so bitter and pent up inside. And I'm like, oh my God, you're toxic. Like, no wonder you're not attracting anybody because your persona that you're projecting is not real. You can't connect with anybody. But if you were able to just share some of those struggles that you have about why you're so bitter, I think people will be attracted to you because they have those struggles. Now you're going to attract people that are in that place. If you don't want to be in that place, start working on yourself. This is for her specifically. But this relates to any of us. So we're all trying to be better people, right? So if we share what we go through, we're going to attract people that can relate, whether they have the same struggles or they're over them. You might meet somebody who was like, oh my God, that was me. I can help her. And someone can help you get through your struggle. It was just, I was just watching her going, oh my God.
I think a lot of people are afraid to put it out there, but I think the more, like I tell my coaches, the more personal development you do, the easier it is to sort of get over that. And you just have to just start doing it, because if you are just, like whoever said earlier, you just keep getting ready to get ready, then it'll never happen. So you just have to go out there and just fail forward. And 99% of the time, you really won't be failing. You'll be connecting with people.
So I don't know, have you ever shared with people your passion for colored hair and why you do it?
No, I don't know. I don't know why I do it. I'm just, because I'm a happy person and I like to feel happy. And, you know, I have a woman who's in my Bible study, and we went to have coffee this morning. And as soon as I walked into Starbucks, like 5 people accosted me about my hair. And like, oh, I love your color. It's so, and I like that. I just like putting a smile on people's face and seeing them happy. So, you know, whether I do that with my hair or talking to them, but the hair kind of gives me a segue into talking with people. Like, that's not why I did it, but it just seems that sort of, you know, helps make people smile.
So I think you need to record a series of videos about your hair and why you like it to be colored and what colors you've done and what's your favorite. Like, not all in one day, but I think once a week so people can expect this and tune in. And you can, I mean, not to attract necessarily, but like you're spreading happy. You're on a mission to spread happy, and this is part of it. This is making people smile and interacting with people, and you also have to think about, right? Like there's some fears over what people will think, and obviously you're past them. But at one point, the very first time you colored your hair that was not a standard color, you probably had to think about, ooh, what will my pastor say? What will my kids' teachers say? I mean, I don't know if you did or not. You might never care what people think, but.
No, I don't. But a lot of people think about it. A lot of people say to me, oh, well, what did your husband think? Or what did my hair? He's not wearing it to work every day, you know, but a lot of people are of a different mindset. They're more cognizant. And of course, you know, I had retired from my job, so I was not in an office anymore. So, you know, I probably still would have done it anyway, but it would have been a little bit different that I was gone from that. So it seemed a little easier.
You use it to your advantage. So I work from home. I'm my own boss. I could wear colored hair. I mean, but honestly, I feel like I kind of see you in a different light. I know Deborah really well. She's one of my coaches. Amanda, unfortunately, I can't analyze you like this, but I see Deborah as a figure that is making an impact here. Like, on women, on children, on so many levels. Like, I see her probably beyond where she sees herself. So I think part of my mission is then to help her know herself as that person and become, I mean, she doesn't have fears about what people think. She's going to talk to anybody. I mean, those are just facts. Out there doing the things that she needs to do. So I just want to help her be that person online and have people come to her, because I think they're out there. It's a matter of maybe having more of those identification factors and things that you share, maybe writing more. I want to start looking at what you're doing and try to take what I need to do and help you do it at the same time. Because I feel like that's going to be easier for us. If somebody, you know, you have a form and someone fills it out and you're like, oh my God, this person wants to work with me. Okay, hey, here's all you have to do. And then they go do it. People on the internet, they're going to fill out a form for everybody, and they're never going to do anything. They just want people like them to talk to them. But
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, my success partner, my awesome success partner, Gretchen Bates, and I, you know, we're really pushing our businesses right now, and that's one of the things that we are talking about is just relating to different. You know, we really haven't taken advantage of social media in so far as connecting with people in different groups. Like Gretchen has special needs, and she has, you know, other different groups, her cats. I am an artsy person, so I have scrapbooking, I have my calligraphy, I've got my, you know, my ladies who do art, I have my knitting, and I have, you know, all of that sort of stuff. So we're starting to really work seriously together and connecting with those kind of groups, because I was always kind of a part of them, but never sort of utilized it as far as, you know, business-wise, expressing myself in those. So we're really
have enough people in your life that you could be a part of those groups and get what you needed. Sorry, my eye is killing me. Allergies. Get what you needed out of them, but maybe you necessarily have to give. And maybe it's just a matter of figuring out, doing like Gretchen did, an introduction for every group she joined, and then saying like, here's the things that I do. If I can be of any service, I'm adding value, or not, without saying I'm adding value, but like I run free, I run free groups on how you can eat better and eat healthier.
Yeah, and I've done that. I've started doing that in my groups. I haven't done videos, like introductions. Depends on the group. Yeah. But I've done a little blurb, when we had a goal last week, put yourself in 6 groups and introduce yourself into each group. And then I post, and I'm getting more likes on the posts that I put in those groups than I do like on my regular. I have the high school reunion coming up. I have a family reunion coming up. So I'm, trying to proliferate in those groups too.
So challenge for this week is to put video in each of those groups. Just one. Just something fun, quirky, I don't care what, but so that people can get to know who you are.
Yeah.
Because no one cares about you until they know you care about them. So that's the other thing, is you putting stuff out in the world is great, but then you kind of have to still go out and touch people. You do it really well in person. So when people like your stuff, either friend them or go to their pages and kind of comment on some of their stuff or find their posts and kind of touch back to build that connection. And I feel like, as Gretchen's proof, it just naturally can blow up or become something. And it's because people know you're authentic and you're not in there trying, because everybody is something, represents something, and everybody wants a sale. So if you're like, hey guys, I do these free groups, I'm a health and fitness coach, here's my blurb, right?
I know. I have this one woman who, she used to be a Beachbody coach, and then she went to another multi-level marketing company, was with them less than a year, I think, and then moved to another one. And then she keeps adding me to these like sale groups, I keep removing myself, and she keeps adding me in. And I'm just like, I finally had to send her a message. I said, I really appreciate, the fact that you're trying to build your business, but, I'm not interested in long eyelashes, and that's just not my thing. I know like Christine Dwyer and some other coaches have different approaches when they're added to different groups, but I would just rather just not even be a part of them. But I don't want to be that person who's just...
No. So don't never add anyone to your groups without asking first, hey, I'm starting this group, or even letting them know I put you in this group. You can opt out, but here's why I put you in. Just make it authentic. I just got a cold call message on my like page from someone. I'm a Rodan & Fields rep. I would love for you to use these products. They'll make your skin better. Here's my link. I'm like, is this working for you? I didn't say that. I said, thanks so much for your message. I have quite a few close friends that do this. It's a very great company. Good luck with your business. Because I'm not going to be an ass on my page. But I'm like, seriously? Like, did you even like anything on my page?
I know. I want to tell these people, I can give you some training and really how to start connecting with people.
Can I coach you? Can you join my team? I'm just kidding. I don't want you near me.
Coach you in your business. That's not how to do it. You just don't throw a link out there. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, and then I've gotten from friends a really nice form letter from friends
who know what you do.
My Rodan & Fields. Yeah, come try this stuff. Here's the message. Here's how it works on this girl. I'm like, okay. First of all, if you're gonna show me how it works on someone, show me how it works.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So keep me posted and tap into me if you have questions. Obviously, Gretchen's an amazing resource just because she's doing this and having really good success. So I'm cool with that. But I'd like to talk later about goals. Andy, real quick, what you've been on social media, you've been running ads, you've been connecting people. I know you work really hard to make that connection, and you're pretty much, you got a style. You said you wanted to do it. Let's do it. Let's get it going. And I know that's been working up until maybe yesterday. But
nothing's working anymore.
That's not the right attitude.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes. Now you're old like me, right?
Hello. I'm the same age as you. We're not old.
Not yet. I didn't say we're bad. I just said we're old. Okay, we're past 40. But yeah. What can we do for you right now?
For me now?
Well, other than buy a challenge pack. I know that's what you're going to say.
There's 3 of you. Can each one of you buy me a challenge pack?
Exactly.
Nothing. I got a list that I have 3 pages of names that I've gone through of like people that I have not talked to in a while.
Okay.
And that is my project when I get home from work today.
You're going to connect with them, not say, do you want to buy a challenge pack, right?
No, I'm just gonna send them messages and.
How are you? What's up? I looked at your page. I saw you just had surgery, or your cat got hurt, or you got a new dog, or your kid.
Yes.
Body.
And then keep following up with the people that I've been talking to.
And how are you? And you ran a couple of ads. How are they going?
I used different pictures. I thought they were pretty cool, actually, but nothing.
Facebook approved them, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I've had a lot of people say their ads are getting rejected. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I like the one I did for the 21 Day Fix. I really like, and the one I did for Hardcore. I thought they were both pretty good, but I haven't really got any traction on them. Not like I used to. I don't know. I don't know if Facebook's changed the way who it reaches, or it's just odd. I mean, because I used to get 30 comments on an ad, and now I'm lucky if I get 2. So I don't. Within the last 2 or 3 months, I don't know what's changed.
They're constantly changing stuff, and I can't answer that either. Okay, well, I know, I mean, one of the things is we have to be consistent and we have to keep going. And, every morning, I think I was stuck at 4 or 6. I was at nothing for a while and kind of growing. And because I'm consistent and I'm still talking to people and I'm not giving up, my number, went from 7 to 9 to 11 to 13. And I'm hoping that they don't get taken away. One of them probably will get taken away. So I'm working still to make sure that I get enough so that even with the takeaway, I'm at 10. But that's just what I do. I just, especially near the end, I think I push harder because I want to make sure that it stays over 10. But don't give up. Don't give up. You'll be so mad if you give up. You've got a streak.
Yeah, I know.
That will help you get to the 2018 trip.
It's about to end.
Not going to end. Only if you believe it's going to end will it end.
Yeah. We'll see.
Do whatever it takes. Okay?
Trust me.
Okay.
You have 3 days. You can do it.
Exactly.
Come on.
Don't give up.
Don't give that up.
Hey, you're gonna be.
I know what it's like because I was in 18 months. I was there, and then last summer it just totally fell apart for me. And you can do it. You always do it. You can do it.
You can do it. You just got to know you can do it and want it badly enough. And you're going to be on the golf course. So all the people on the golf course who haven't bought challenge packs have to buy one today for your birthday.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Seriously, make it happen. One of those people today have to buy one. Okay.
Offer them $250 out of the $500 that you're going to win when Carl pulls your name out of the random. That's what I'm doing.
I like it.
That's what I'm doing.
Nice. I like it.
It's a good, I mean, honestly, guys, it's knowing and believing you can and you will and you do. Okay. One person at a time.
Yep.
All right.
I'm trying. I haven't given
I'm off to jump on a call. I'm going to stop the recording and share the link later and share it with your coaches. And thank you guys for showing up. I mean, obviously, I have a lot to say, so I'm going to talk regardless, but it's nice to help you guys who are here, too.
Thanks, Lee.
Thanks so much. See
You're
you
welcome.
tonight.
Jump in the group with questions, too. Sorry to talk over you, Amanda.
Oh, no. Thank you so much. I'll see you tonight.
You got
Sorry, my little guy's like running around. It's kind of like little, just multitasking.
it. That's life. We get it.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Good day, everybody. Bye.